Hi, my name is Katie Diasti. I'm the founder and CEO of Viv Period Care, and I'm based in New York City. I've always been really passionate about improving the lives of women. I was raised by a single mom, and we were taught that tampons were taboo and periods were taboo growing up. It was not something that was openly discussed, and I wanted to rewrite that narrative for a lot of young people that grew up in a more conservative and modest household and make sure they have a resource that felt empowered. Because I know when I was younger, I would have loved to have Viv as a resource for me as well. I was really inspired to build Viv because I couldn't find a period care brand that resonated with me as a consumer. I felt like the aisle was really anxiety inducing and sterile, and we wanted to add life to a really dull, sleepy category. We want to create a brand that has a modern approach to health education and empowers young people to feel good about their body with products that are better for the earth and better for them. And we've done so with the Viv brand. There is a ton of plastic waste in traditional period products and a lot of really harsh chemicals. So we wanted to create products that were safer and better to use, that also worked better for young people, with a brand and messaging that made people feel really empowered and more comfortable in their bodies, especially during their period. This problem really needed to be solved because the large brands didn't understand the Gen Z audience the way we did, and we're truly building a company for people just like us, and it's a problem we felt, and now it's time that, people with periods and women deserve better for their bodies. Something that's been incredibly inspiring and that gets me up every day is the online community that we've been able to create and build at Viv. We really position ourselves as Gen Z's cool big sister, and we know so many young people are turning to the internet to learn about their bodies, and it's time they have a really high quality educational source that they can trust, and that has been Viv for so many young people. We have videos go viral that's simply how to use a tampon or what it's like to get a period for the first time. And we get tons of DMs on TikTok, Instagram, and via support every day where we're able to address these really important and sensitive questions that young people are turning to the Viv brand, which I think is so unique for a brand in our category and in this space. My founder journey has taught me that you truly need to be passionate about the problem you're solving, and that's what's going to get you up every single day. It's also taught me to truly listen to customers and to listen for feedback and to be really open to iterating. Feedback is always one of the most important and valued things for us as a brand, because we're able to then iterate and create something better that people would actually love to have in the world. I applied to MassChallenge because I'm a first-time founder and I was really seeking some expert advice, especially for folks who have been in our category and in our space for decades, and I got exactly that. I had so many amazing industry leaders and folks that have been directly in the personal care hygiene space, that have been part of large corporations, help us build the brand and teach us what it was like to take our company from simply an idea to now being in retail doors across the country. Since becoming an alum, we've leveraged so many resources, including residency, but we've also been able to build networks amongst our cohorts and cohorts that have come since us and past cohorts as well. Some of our founding team members were actually members of previous cohorts, and we've met through the MassChallenge community. I've also met a ton of advisors and mentors, and actually a lot of our first round of funding came from some of the mentors that were part of my MassChallenge cohort. In the early days, and because I was a first-time founder, when I was pitching to investors, I was really seeking that stamp of approval that we were a brand that is taking to the next level and a company that had credentials. Having that MassChallenge logo, even on our pitch decks, made a lot of investors really take us seriously and look at our brand twice, which is something that I thought was really necessary for us on the early days. So wild to know that less than 2% of women get VC funding right now, and to go in, and we need to put ourselves in the best possible position. And so having more expertise, having more credentials like MassChallenge was so crucial for us, and ensuring that we had folks on our side. But I needed to make sure I had traction and I had the ability to show that we can build a business and we can build something. It wasn't the case that I could just go into a room and have an idea on a napkin, and we needed to prove that. And that was what's amazing about Accelerator programs and MassChallenge in particular. It's helped us figure out how to hit those KPIs to then be in the perfect position to go into a fundraising round. We chose to participate in the residency program because we have a hybrid team, and every time we're able to come together and meet in person, we're not only surrounded by our team members, but so many other entrepreneurs and innovators that can help us solve the problems. Whether we're doing a whiteboarding session in a room or having lunch with some other founders, we're able to brainstorm and get some great connections from the folks around us. Coming up for Viv, we have a lot of exciting retail launches with retailers across the country and some right in our backyard here in Boston.